He came out there so sinister. Like, I don't get out of the bathtub like that. You?
What's going on, guys? Third Street Reactions here. I'm Matt.
I'm Shane.
Zach.
And we're back with Batman, the animated series, Season 1, Episode 34.
Alright, do you guys remember what happened last time on Batman, the animated series? So we had cat scratch fever.
Yeah.
It was one I'd rather forget, so I don't remember any of it.
We did find out that the animation company was fired after that episode.
Yeah. I don't know how many episodes they've done. They didn't do them all. I know that.
We just Selena Kyle. Her identity's been revealed to the world, and she was trying to find her lost cat, which turns out Roland Daggett was trying to infect these animals with a virus to spread the virus in the town so he could sell the cure.
What did Insidious sing?
Just like
you ever think about how often, like
Well, it's not. I mean, something like that just happened to us.
The amount of people that became billionaires during the pandemic was like record-breaking. A lot of them were these multi-millionaire companies that invested in pharmaceuticals and stuff like that. And
kind of reminds me of Obamacare when they first implemented that.
Yeah.
Where insurance companies, like, you were mandated to have insurance.
Yeah.
So the insurance companies would reap those fucking benefits, and those assholes don't give you anything, even though you pay them all the time.
Their goal was to not pay out. That's their goal. Where insurance companies in particular,
literally, I got the highest medical care plan that my company provides.
Yeah.
Like the top-notch, top tier, and I still can't get them to pay for shit.
Yeah, they fight you.
It's
every step of the way.
Well, I do know, like, we have a buddy whose mother passed away, and from what I understand, and I don't think I'm misremembering this, like, the life insurance company, like, they were taking forever. They were dragging their ass, and like, it's just, I don't know what to say about it.
It's horseshit.
It's fucking horseshit. Yeah.
So, regardless, this episode is "I Am the Night."
Yeah.
Which sounds like a fucking a Bob Seger song or something, like out of the fucking.
Well, he says "I am the night."
I know.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. It reminds me of something kind of like.
Yeah, I didn't know who Bob Seger was until I watched Joe Dirt. You were listening to Bob Seger. You were probably listening to something. I think he said Leaf Garrett or something like that. It was Joe Dirt when he was
Leaf Garrett is a tobacco, the chewing tobacco. Levi Garrett.
Levi Garrett, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Leaf Garrett.
Well, it had little Joe Dirt dancing on the train track, and he was describing the story, and then Billy Zane, whoever that guy was. Not Billy Zane, but he interrupted Joe. He said, "You weren't listening to him. You were listening to this," and then it made him like a hippie kind of thing, like really.
Yeah, you might be right on Leaf Garrett.
Yeah.
That does sound familiar. I was thinking Levi Garrett.
Yeah. Well, it's because Adam Satterthwaite's kids, like Adam wanted to name him Levi Garrett, and they almost did until Melissa found out it was a tobacco thing.
Chewing tobacco.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, guys, before we jump in, if you want to support us, you can go to Patreon. We have our full-length uncut reaction on there, so you'll be able to see that in our little commentary.
There's got to be a Bane coming in here soon. I don't think we've seen Bane yet.
I believe he's legitimately Hispanic in this cartoon.
Really?
If I remember right, it doesn't.
Well,
no, that might be one of the more recent cartoons.
The best iteration I've ever seen. I mean, Tom Hardy's is amazing.
He's great.
I love Bane in that, and I love Bane in Arkham Asylum because he's also smart and jacked, and like he's fantastic in Arkham Asylum. I think I just remember him briefly from like those old movies or whatever. So
my favorite two in the Rogues Gallery are still probably the Joker and Two-Face.
You can't beat the Joker and the Two-Face. I mean, and the best. Well, Joker to me is number one. It's not close.
Yeah.
Two for me, and I'm talking about the Nolan trilogy, would probably be Bane, but because I look at him more sympathetically.
I really like Ra's al Ghul though.
I love him, but I saw this, and it's on that note. After the writer strike, they were able to actually talk about Ahsoka, like because they're kind of forbidden to do that, and they were talking about Balin's skull. What's his name again?
Ray Stevenson.
And he just talked about how much of a joy he was coming up with the character. Because they would do it together, him and Dave Filoni. And he was like, he would do a scene. He's like, remember, you're the villain here. And Ray's like, I don't think he is. He's like, I know you are. I wrote you to not think that. And now you're believing, now you're starting to think you're not. But you are.
You know the crazy,
but that's how good he was. It's because...
you know what the crazy thing about that was? Because you see the father, the son, and the daughter all pointing out to where the mother's at. And then I want to see... He's gone now. I don't know if they're going to get somebody to replace him or they're going to do CGI.
They almost have to.
Well, Dave said this.
Dave said
that story is still complete. I mean, he said that story is not complete yet. And he said he can't say anything other than that, other than the fact that he's got an outline for season 2, and he was just made CCO, so I'm pretty sure he'll have something to do with having that show back on.
Yeah, I just have to wonder who they could get to replace him. That's way off the mark here. But you're talking about Ra's al Ghul, though.
Yeah, like just like Ray Stevenson's character, now I don't remember, Balin Skull, like he believes he's doing the right thing, and throughout history, at least in that canon, the League of Shadows were responsible for restarting humanity. I mean, restarting civilization.
Yeah.
Like the sack of Rome, all these other things. He said that was him and his organization. So, it's weird watching this with you. Made me think more about the Arkham games, and to me, the gold standards is the Nolan trilogy in all superhero movies, personally. But this really makes me care more about the Batman canon. Anyways, guys, we're gonna jump in. Was there a blimp though? Was there trying to get on top of?
Yeah,
oh no, that's a police blimp. We need to get a blimp when we get rich. We get Third Street Reactions blimp.
Is that a guy flying around in the plane with a big banner behind him?
Yeah. Michael Reeves.
Boyd Kirkland.
Boyd's a hell of a name.
Yes, it is.
My grandpa wanted to name me Ezekiel, so my name could have been Zeke.
Yep.
I would have much rather
Yeah,
had
that
that.
won't name me Bill. So
I'd much rather have that than.
Well, every time we were going to have a son, we wanted to name him Ezekiel Maddox Farley, but we never had another son.
All right, sir. I'm tired, Alfred. Well, I shouldn't wonder. You've taken no meals today.
I feel you,
I
Batman.
can't recall when you
I'm
last
tired
slept.
too.
Oh well, yeah.
Sometimes, old friend, I wonder if I'm really doing any good out there. How can you doubt it? The lives you've saved. I've put out a few fires, yes. Won a few battles. But the war goes on, Alfred. On and on.
I like that. It's really good.
pulls it out. It's a recorder. Starts playing Hot Cross Buns.
But when there's ones that are like,
Yeah.
Excuse me, folks. Spare some change? Trying to get bus fare home.
He's like fucking
Sure.
Marty McFly.
Works every time.
What did you get, 75 cents? You just keep...
75 cents back in the 50s, Shane, was a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, look who it is.
Hey, my dude.
I say we take him now, before the deal happens. Batman. He got us the dirt on the jazz man. Said he'd be here when the hammer went down.
The Jazz Man. There he is.
Jazz Man, yeah. So they do have
Batcaps,
Batman, yeah, stuff, yeah.
Batboar.
Up for 24 hours in Gotham, huh?
Was this that one lady?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Maggie?
Every
No.
year I come
Maggie.
here,
Yeah, that's her,
I
right?
wonder if it should be the last time. If I should put the past behind me. Try to lead a normal life.
Oh, it was the Two Roses.
Oh, Crime Alley, okay.
He was packing them
He'd probably be feeling pretty melancholy this time of year, I guess.
Wizard,
I got Saget.
you never call. You never write.
You never pay us our piece of kale for letting you work that corner.
Let's skip the pleasantries. What do you say? $50 now.
Or I cut out your liver and fry it in a pan.
Liver and onions is pretty good, actually.
I just had some
It's fantastic.
Wednesday night.
World.
Liver is like incredibly dense nutrients. It's like really good for you.
Well, we might have to go get some fruit then.
Don't worry about me. I don't need help from some jerk in long underwear.
Oh, smashed his roses. Oh, look at that disgruntled face.
Commissioner, it's gotta be now. Hit it.
I mean, Batman doesn't need credit. He doesn't need to be there.
Yeah. The SWAT uniforms are so fucking goofy.
Aren't you going home? It's almost 3 a.m.
Promises to keep, Leslie. I have promises to keep.
That was cool.
This was a setup. The jazz man was ready for us.
Jazz Man.
I've been waiting a long time to play taps for Gordon.
You play him, the guy who played Crossbone or whatever On the Avengers movies, that handsome guy.
Yeah. The Hydra agent that kind of... He was a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent for a while, and then he turns out being bad.
Yeah.
Marvel Age of Ultron, I think, when he's in the beginning, they're fighting him.
In the elevator and stuff.
Oh, that clown. Yeah, I remember. Is that the one where Captain America's in the elevator and he has to whoop all their asses?
Yeah.
It's just awesome. What a parkour, man.
Rollers?
I don't know how really. I don't know if that thing's got that kind of horsepower.
Maybe to push it out of the way, but not roll it. And then if it were still drive after that is another question.
My question is what's going to happen here?
But this right here is going to make it stop. A little rope is going to make it stop on its tracks.
It's got high tensor strength, man. Well, it's kind of like when Batman, the Dark Knight.
Looks like the fat lady just
Oh, the semi flips it.
Yeah, but yeah, remember how many things he entangles it in.
Oh, yeah.
Commissioner? Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
You see Batman with his sad eyes.
Yeah, damn. Like Dark Knight Rises, he...
5 units now.
He begins to die? Is that what you're talking about?
I was thinking he's in a hospital.
Oh, yeah.
After Bane throws him in the ocean, throws him in the sewer. No, he just jumps.
He jumps in the sewer, because he's going to kill him.
Yeah, he roll. Then he just roll himself.
Yeah.
Huh?
Clean windows at night.
Ballistics investigation has matched the bullet with the Jazzman's gun.
I love the Jazzman. That's a cool name, actually.
Let's just say it was time to pay the piper.
Pay the what?
Pay the piper.
Sources say that the Jazzman has long nursed a grudge against Commissioner Gordon. The commissioner.
That's a tight squeeze in the back there. They're really going to do 3 deep back there?
That fucking... These iron chins these men have.
I don't know if you can hear me, Jim. I'm sorry. If I hadn't stopped
One way to get an iron chin is years and years of growth and trend.
Yeah.
That's how you get an iron chin.
Not good.
Barbara.
It's my fault. Should have gotten there first. Checked it out before.
Don't blame yourself.
Hey, where you going?
I like the Scarecrow, actually.
This ain't over
And this?
yet, outlaw!
And that
Or their
Hear
version.
me?
Oh, yeah.
Titans.
You're going down for this! I ain't talking law! I'm talking you and me!
Come on.
Harv.
Harv, yeah. But things keep just piling the shit on top of him, essentially.
The Batman's just getting sadder and sadder. It took you years to get put together his chemicals, Batman. He's in the bat sweat. Alright, he's having a rage moment.
Gallbats.
James Peak?
Kind of cool looking prison.
Looks like a front of a ship.
Yeah, it does.
It ain't going to trial. They got enough on me to play the funeral march. Not out of Gotham. Not yet. First, I make sure Gordon's got a one-way ticket to Harpland.
Not now, Jimmy. You gotta lay low.
Gordon busted me 6 years ago. Would have been the best score of my life. I owe him big time.
Dude, get out of just if you get out of prison, just take it. That's what I say. You know what I mean?
It's been 3 days. I've never seen him like this before. Bruce?
I should have been there.
You can't be everywhere.
I let him down. Jim Gordon's the same age my father would have been if he hadn't. Now he's hanging by a thread. If I'd gotten there 5 minutes sooner.
You do all one man can do. More than any man's expected to do.
Pretty heavy stuff, actually, for a kid's show in the 90s.
Sooner or later, I'll go down. It might be the Joker, or Two-Face, or just some punk who gets lucky. But I can't let anyone else pay for my mistakes. How long before I let someone else I care about down? Leslie, Alfred, you.
I would say Dick knows the risks, too, if he's going to be Robin, you know what I mean?
Metal Gear Solid shit.
Yeah. Or Wind Waker, kind of, too. I think it's Wind Waker where they do that, right?
When you look too long into the abyss looks back through you. Maybe it's time for Batman to return to the night that spawned him, before anyone else gets hurt.
He needs to dial it back a little bit.
He came out there so sinister. Like, I don't get out of the bathtub like that. You?
Let's try to finish what he started.
I feel so helpless. I can't just sit here. I gotta do something to...
There's only one
You know, I can imagine if you're in the bathtub, you're trying to lay in there, and your titties like shark fins.
No, they're like falling out to the sides, dude.
No, I figure you still got some perk left in them.
A little bit.
You just swimming like in the ocean on your back. It's just like donut, donut, donut.
Oh, my boner does that.
Jazz man broke. You know he'll find a way to get to Gordon. Okay, then I'm going after him. But the most important lesson was to never give up.
Yeah, you tell him, Robin. Tell him Batman's being a pussy.
Honestly, the big thing, I think he'd want to protect Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can retire after you do that, you know?
No, Dick.
No, Dick.
This is my hunt.
Got changed pretty quick.
Yeah, in fact, he wears it under and just has his mask.
He had his robe on. You can see his chest.
Oh.
I didn't notice Catwoman when she was walking around in the last one. So her lower half did look like she had like her outfit on underneath her little suit.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, you're right, the gray pants.
Yeah.
Oh, this poor window washer.
Can't catch a break.
Oh, shoved it up his asshole.
Where's that break before it knocked you out?
Yeah, I don't think it hurt that bad.
That's one thing they do in prisons. They take the stick and stuff like that and just...
Time to face the music, Gordon.
There's a better way to do what you're trying to do.
Bullet's about to get a genius idea that's going to make the situation that much better.
I know, right? That would freak me the shit out.
Yeah, but she didn't have to drop her drink.
How committed are you to this, kid? Dude.
Slow motion there.
That is actually pretty cool.
Shoot her. Shoot them both.
Freeze, Jimmy! Gotta keep fighting. Never stop. What I try to live by. Maybe if I'd been younger, could have been like you. Always wanted to be a hero.
You are a hero, Jim.
That's actually really nice. That's really good. Yeah.
Up to your old tricks, I see. How about returning that suitcase to its owner?
Hey man, I am the owner, so I'm heading back home. And I guess I kind of owe it to you, Batman. Probably saved my life. I bet you hear this all the time. Look, I'm gonna miss my bus. I'll see you around. Thanks.
It's really not even his. He stole it anyway.
It's just a lot of bullshit.
Whew, thank God. That was close. So, just like last time, I got a couple production notes.
God damn. Bob Hastings. I recognize that name.
Who's that?
I don't know. Oh, Commissioner Gordon.
Okay.
Maybe that's why I know him. I don't know. Seth Green.
Who's he?
Wizard.
Oh, is he that kid?
He might have been, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. I was playing Leonardo later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It took a long time to get used to the voice. I really like the original Jason Biggs.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense when he gets fucked up.
So story editor Michael Reeves approached this episode as rectifying the sanctimonious, overgrown Boy Scout image left on the show by earlier episodes that were written under Sean, Catherine, Derek's tenure on the show.
Really?
I wanted Batman to be this grim, silent, driven Avenger. I wanted to do a real stake, 50s style crime drama like Naked City, an adult story. And I didn't want one of I didn't want one of the rogue gallery to take the limelight away from Batman.
That's cool.
Yeah, just on that note, I mean, I really liked it. I appreciate him trying to do that. I think mostly it comes across. Definitely the self-angst, I think, and like, why am I doing, like, you know, kind of how he was in the second Nolan movie, The Dark Knight. Like, he was tired. He was trying to.
That was more like the third one.
Yeah, because
he was trying to pass it on to Harvey. He didn't want to do it anymore.
Well, he wanted to settle down with Rachel.
Well, or that, yeah. So
then by the third one.
It's more angst then.
Yeah, he just didn't want to do it anymore. He was done.
Yeah.
Kind of hit a sad state of depression. Everyone thought he...
But it's almost like it's also hinged on Gordon as well. Gordon and his family. At the end of the second one, he almost gets him killed. He takes the blame for Harvey, and then he's like, fuck it, you know?
Yeah, but that's what leads up to the third, him being the way he is in the third one.
Yeah. But I'm saying it hinges on Gordon.
Well, the whole idea, too, was that they made the point to draw the line between him and Bane. So you see how Bane fights? It's a man that believes in something, or whatever it's called. It's the power of belief.
Batman kind of lost, at that point, Batman kind of lost his mojo.
Yeah. He lost what he believed in. He was just kind of like, well, that's when he went to fight Bane. He's like, you're fighting like a young man. You know, admirable, but mistaken.
Oh, my God. I love Bane.
He does a great job.
Bane is your favorite out of all three, isn't he?
Out of all three, what?
The villains.
The villains in the Nolan trilogy.
I really like the second. You can't really beat the second one. The second one's probably the best one.
Yeah, it's my favorite. But the third, to me,
honestly, yeah, third and I really like the first one too a lot. A lot of people overlook the first one, and you know I love the Scarecrow in that movie. I love Ra's al Ghul in that movie. Like especially at the very beginning, his journey. I love watching Batman's journey from like
that's my favorite part.
Spoiled little brat to, you know, training up with the League of Shadows.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my favorite parts of that movie.
To him, like, being in Asia and being in prison and, like, climbing the mountain, to me...
the first one you also had...
That was so cool.
I think with Carmine Falcone.
Yeah.
It's kind of had the normal... I mean, Scarecrow certainly isn't normal, but, like, it's...
it built up, though.
Yeah, he was behind it.
Yeah, and then in the second one, you had the rest of the mob that was trying to fill that void after Falcone was gone.
Yeah.
And... What the fuck was his name? The guy that Roberts played. Eric Roberts played his ass. I can't remember that mobster's name.
I can't remember. That was his nephew or something, wasn't it?
I don't think so. But
Or were they a rival family?
I think he was a rival family.
Okay.
But he was prominent in the Long Halloween comic series.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure he is the one that
he's
the one that threw the acid in Dent's face.
Oh.
And scarred him.
Okay.
And I can't remember his fucking name.
Imagine being that handsome to be that ugly to just fucking makes you a murderer.
Well, the movie did a good job.
Like if Jimmy Garoppolo just became ugly and started killing people.
They throw it back in the cartoon. They kind of tied into he had childhood trauma and he had schizophrenia already, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
You watched it.
Harvey Dent?
Bad Boy Harvey or whatever they called him.
Yeah,
you're right.
Because he's Harvey Dent and then was Big Bad Harv.
Yeah.
I took it as bipolar disorder.
Rupert Grint, or whatever the hell his name was, the guy they had as the mobster in this.
He's like Big Bad
gray-haired dude.
Yeah.
And then in the Nolan trilogy, it's more like, okay, he was working in internal affairs, and they called him Two-Faced because he was turning over cops and shit and investigating. And that was where they tied that in. And then finally, the shit with Rachel.
Well, I like how the Joker was prominent in breaking him.
Yeah. Made him snap.
It made the Joker better, too. Like, to take something... Like, it's like Anakin. You take... Like, Palpatine took Anakin and took the best and made him the worst.
Yeah.
And I think that was just... Made the Joker even better to do that.
So his portrayal as that character.
I mean, Joaquin Phoenix was absolutely incredible, but...
Well, that was a different kind of movie.
Man, I hated that shit.
Really?
I'd not let... Especially a new one coming out, I'm not even going to waste my time with that.
Yeah, I love the Joker.
It's
Joker. It's called Joker.
Yeah.
It's too for me.
I don't know what that means. What's that?
Like whimsical. And,
the first one?
Yeah, I didn't like.
I thought it was.
And then the fact that they're doing it as a freaking like a musical dance, man.
Well, I just heard that there's musical elements,
and it doesn't tie with any of the Batman stuff. It doesn't tie with the new Batman series. It doesn't tie with any of the old Batman series. It doesn't even tie with the Ben Affleck series or anything. It just...
Well, that's wiped clean. That's going to be...
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that stays where it's at, because I don't like Jared Leto. And I don't like him as the Joker.
No, I don't like him either.
So...
Yeah,
it's hard to beat, like, just...
Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson. Like, they did both of those guys, and freaking Mark Hamill on this too. Is like
Mark Hamill's fantastic.
All three of those people did such good Jokers that any of the Jokers lately have just blown.
Poorly cast.
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, to me, Joaquin Phoenix still is my second favorite.
I liked that movie. I don't love it.
No.
I mean, I had some cool parts in it that I really appreciated, but overall, he doesn't define the role for me.
Well, he doesn't define it,
like Matt said, I would like to see the universe, like find a way to broaden it and incorporate it, and then bring Batman in. Because I know you had young Wayne in the movie,
right?
Yeah, showed the Waynes going in.
Well, you never know what they'll do for the second movie. Yeah, I mean, they might age up Batman and say, "Oh, this is 10 years later," and now Batman's like 18. You know,
you gotta put the Joker be pretty fucking old.
Yeah, he might be.
Yeah, because that's the thing that I didn't like. He was too old for the time period. He needed to.
What if you think about it?
He's supposed to be about 30.
Think about how old Jack Nicholson would have been compared to Michael Keaton.
But you got to think, Bruce Wayne, if he's 30 in that movie, Bruce Wayne was still a child.
Yeah, but like you said, like
by the time Bruce Wayne's an adult, Joker's going to be what, 50?
Yeah, he'd be pretty old. I mean, even in the Jack Nicholson in the first.
Yeah, he's like 15 years older than him.
He may have been like the way the actor they had portraying the young Jack Napier, you could write him off and say, okay, he's in his 20s.
Yeah.
But either way, he's still significantly older.
Mm-hmm.
Because how old was Batman when his parents died? 10?
I don't know, like something like that, 10 or 12.
Yeah, and his parents are still alive in the Joker.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, though, as far as age goes. Well, because Jack Nicholson's character.
Yeah, but it probably happens during those riots, though, I imagine. His parents.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say.
His parents get killed during the riots.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say, if you're trying to make an age difference, Joaquin Phoenix is significantly older.
Yeah,
than that role would have been in the first.
Well, Vin's 30 and Batman's 12, and yeah. I mean, what matter to me would just. I wouldn't be thinking about the age difference. I'd be thinking how good the story is and how good they are.
They could make it work. It's just it's a big gap.
The one part I did like is at the end where he freaking shoots
Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Well, in the anarchy he creates, and the performance he does.
I think probably just run away from those cops in the subway, and they fall down or something. They get tackled, and he does a little dance.
One of the things is you know how in the Joker, he sits there and has like this make-believe girlfriend. How he makes believe.
Yeah, that was really good.
It's a woman that's in his apartment complex, right? But he just imagines having a relationship with her.
There's a guy that I work with that has having a similar.
Is he in charge of anything?
No, it's not.
Okay. Initially, Robin would have been the one that was shot rather than Gordon, but BS&P said no, recalled Reeves. I was surprised they said we could shoot Gordon. We couldn't show him getting shot, but that made it more dramatic.
Yeah.
So, I think it makes more sense of Gordon. You know what I mean? Well, I don't say it makes more sense. I imagine
how they
Batman would equally feel terrible for
how they tied it in, him saying he's the same age as my father would have been.
That little detail made it work really well. Director Boyd Kirkland was such a fan of the script that he took extra time working directly with the writer Michael Reeves on intensive storyboard revisions. Okay. Everything about it was really good. I guess the weakest part to me was there weren't any standout moments for the art.
Yeah.
Sometimes I thought he looked
kind of cool when that helicopter went down and he was standing on the roof.
Yeah, when the helicopter blew up and he was standing with the cape going. Yeah.
I know we're watching it out of order from production, but there's been some moments where I thought were like some of the best things I've seen ever. But they were earlier. Like I said, I know it's really out of order in how the production and the airing order's out. We're doing the airing order. Harvey Dent's episodes. The one where he's on the motorcycle and the lightning, and there's been some things that I was like, fucking Zach Brooker would talk about this for 5 minutes.
I will say that the series, because of the limitations in the airing time, in production, the movies really are able to bring that out.
Yeah.
And to get better production, more time.
Yeah.
To let the characters breathe. Brought up before we started reacting today, Mask of the Phantasm.
Well, either way,
I think it's kind of one of the best Batman films they've made.
People have said it is the best Batman.
But either way, we need to throw it in once we get done with season 1.
Absolutely, guys. And if you don't want to wait the next week, you can check us out on Patreon. If not, we'll see you next week.